Okay. So let's proceed with our sample number 6. So this is very obvious. We integrate first the insides, that is with respect to y, then therefore we will have xy plus 1 half y squared. If evaluated from 0 to 2 dx. So we will have integral of 0 to 1. If we substitute 0, that becomes just 0. Then therefore we can substitute just the 2. So we have 2x plus 2 squared over 2 dx, or simply 2x plus 2 dx from 0 to 1. And then we know that the answer for this one is just the x squared plus 2x. And then to be evaluated from 0 to 1, we'll have 1 plus 2. That is just equal to 3. Diba? That is very simple. Matik na dahil. Let's proceed with our 100, question number 107. So again, inside first, and then afterwards the outside. So on the inside, variable integration is y pasabot. This will be treated as a constant. This will be treated as a constant. So dali na. Then you have y plus y cosine x. We've evaluated from 0 to sine x dx. So we'll have the integral of, we have the sine x plus sine x cosine x dx. Now the integral of sine x, that is just equal to negative cosine x. How about the integral of this one? What is the integral of sine x cosine x dx? If we let our u as our sine x, we know that our du is cosine x dx. So we will have u integral of u du, or simply 1 half u squared. So that is just equal to 1 half, or plus 1 half sine squared x, and then this will be evaluated from 0 to pi. So we have a negative cosine pi plus 1 half sine squared pi, minus we have a negative cosine 0 plus 1 half sine squared 0. So the sine, sine pi, that is automatically 0. Sine 0 is also 0. Then we have uh, cosine pi, that is negative 1. Since we have a negative of a negative, so that becomes a positive 1 plus 0 minus our negative cosine 0. Cosine 0 is 1. So we have, since we have a negative, that becomes a negative 1. And the negative of a negative, that becomes a positive 1 plus 0. Our answer is just equal to 2. So yan na lang po sa kadali. Okay, how about other case? So let's try to, this is just the same problem as before. Y, we have y plus y cosine x to be evaluated from 0 to sine x dx. And then we have 0 to pi, and then we have sine x plus sine x cosine x dx. Now, let's say for this impression, no, that is sine x cosine x dx. What if kung atong u kay si cosine x? Di ba atong previous is, our u is sine x. What if atong u is cosine x? And du is, that is negative sine x dx. So we'll have a negative integral of u du, or negative 1 half u squared. So if we continue with that one, we have negative cosine x, the integral of the sine x, minus 1 half cosine squared x. And then this will be evaluated from 0 to pi. Then we will have negative cosine pi minus 1 half cosine squared pi minus negative cosine 0 minus 1 half cosine squared 0. So again, cosine pi, that is negative 1 of a negative, then we will have a positive 1. So this is just a cosine pi again. Cosine pi is just equal to negative 1 since that is squared. That becomes a positive 1. So positive 1 times 1 half, then we have 1 half minus, here we have a negative cosine 0. That is a positive 1. And then we have a negative here. So that is negative. That becomes a negative 1. A negative of a negative, that's a positive 1. And oh, and then here we have a cosine 0 again, that is positive 1 squared, that becomes also minus 1 half. So we'll have, that is just 1 minus 1 half plus 1 minus 1 half. Still, oh, forgot that is a positive because you distribute that here. We have a, of course, we have the negative 1 half of a positive 1 half. So our answer is just 2. No, if we are left only sa to ang, if this is not a particular solution, no, say we don't have the lower and upper limit, we have the indefinite integral, and then so for this one we have two solutions, but if we already apply the lower and the upper limit, they just yield the same answer. For the other one, we have a solution, negative cosine x plus sine squared x over 2, or the other, or plus c. And the other one, the general solution becomes a negative cosine x minus cosine squared x over 2. So they just yield the same answer. How about this example number 108? Use an example to find the area of the region bounded. Use an integral. Rather. So unsa man na itong integral ani? We can use again horizontal or the vertical. So let's say we just use the horizontal. Therefore, this is our delta y, and then this is just the x. So we just write the area is just equal to, let's write our double integral, and then we have the dx dy. So atong outer variable of integration is dy because kanina itong gigamit na dx. So what is the lower limit and the upper limit with respect to x? So that is klaro na kayo, no? From 1 to 2. And then how about with respect to y? You have from also from 1 to 3. Okay, matik. That is just equal to x evaluated from 1 to 2 dy. And we'll have, that is just 2 minus 1, or simply 1, or dy. And then we have y evaluated from 1 to 3. Or then we have 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. That is the area. The area is just equal to 2 square units. By using simple geometry, our width here, that is just equal to 1, and our height is equal to 2. The area is just equal to, it's like just like the length times width or the height times width, then we have the 2 times 1, and it's just equal to 2 square units. They're just the same. But here, ito lang i-applyan of integral. How about this one? Use an integral to find the area of the region bounded. So for this one, we can try to use the vertical and horizontal na rectangular strip. So unsa man atong gamiton? Mhm. Okay. Gani atong gigamit is the horizontal. So let's try to use the vertical strip. So we have delta x, and then here this is the y. So right lang ka, you have the double integral. We have the dy dx. So ang atong outer is the dx because that is the vertical strip. What is the lower limit of dy? So lower limit of dy is 0. How about the upper limit? The upper limit is dictated by this curve. So the upper limit y is equal to, we have a formula here, 4 minus x squared. How about for the dx? What is our lower limit? That is from 0. And our upper limit, klaro kayo from this graph, that is here, 2. So here, that is very simple na lang kayo. We have y related from 0 to 4 minus x squared dx. Then we have 4 minus x squared dx. Okay, from there, mata-mata, you have 4x minus 1/3 x cubed to be evaluated from 0 to 2. So, 0, 0 naman gid na. We have the 4 minus 2 minus 1/3 times 2 cubed minus 0. And you can get the area is equal to 16 over 3. So, if you need to use the horizontal rectangular strip, then you just use this. You can have no, this is not dx, this is dy, delta y. We have the dx dy. And our lower limit for the inside, we have the 0 to 2. No, our lower limit for the inside, that is uh, from 0 here to here. So the length here of the x is governed by this equation. So we have y is equal to 4 minus x squared. X squared is equal to 4 minus y. Therefore, our length x is equal to square root of 4 minus y. So you have the square root of 4 minus y. This is the inside limit. And the outside limit, that is, it goes from bottom to top, that is from 0 to 4. 0 to 4, see dy because it goes from here to this point, that is 4. And if you evaluate this one, it will just yield the same answer.